Hey folks, did you know that the police very often, in the protective realm of their badges, will actually create fraud? We've seen it any number of times using their badges to violate the trust of young people, using their badges to, as they did recently, kick in my door, making spurious and specious claims. They will do it to conceal evidence. In short, they will do it any way that they feel they can get away with it under the cover of law, and they do it quite openly. But there's a special kind of fraud that has to do with the proactive stings, in as much as the proactive stings are fraud themselves. And so what happens is, in the stings, police often will say, well, we see such horrible things, horrible things, that we need special psychological services. And they pretend like they need that for absolutely everything, and they've even used that on the proactive stings. And the problem with that is it's too clever by half. No doubt they see some horrible things. No doubt they see children being tortured and exploited in the worst possible ways, and it injures a child's psyche, if not their body. And I don't even want to think about some of that stuff, and I give that to them. They see that. But what you don't know is that they're asking for the same type of understanding, the same type of psych treatment, the same type of additional money for the proactive stings. They want you to believe that when they set a trap and they lie about the proactive nature of it, that people are somehow out there setting up children. What they're not telling you is they are setting up people. And when people say, no, we're not interested, no, I'm not looking for children, when they're confused about what the person's saying, one minute you say you're an adult who wants to play naughty games, and then you turn around and say, guess what? I'm not really pretending to be a teenager and asking you to pretend to be one. I actually am a teenager. And this creates a lot of confusion. Or they do any of a number of other scenarios on exploiting people on gaming sites. And again, I'm not saying there aren't people who are trying to exploit children. I'm not saying that, but there are a vast majority are not trying to do that. And since they spend most of their time on proactive things, and why? Because you can get 20 people very easy by playing these little games, as opposed to onesies and twosies that you have to go deep in the deep and dark web and have these elaborate schemes and involve multiple law enforcement around the world to get maybe one or two big fish. Much easier to get a bunch of smaller fish, and you look better doing it. That's the fraud, where they pretend like they need psychological services because of the tremendous fraud that they perpetuate on the public, secondarily and primarily on unsuspecting, unwary, innocent people who are looking for sex with men and women, not with children.